thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to join the stream today. We will begin shortly, and even if you're watching in the replay, be sure to say hi in the comments. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to another edition of Learn to Live Stream with Miss Eileen. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am doing something that's sort of groundbreaking, sort of revolutionary, and that is I'm using one of my favorite live streaming apps, and that is Streamyard, to live stream from my iPhone. That's right, StreamYard. The folks over at StreamYard, Gage and Dan, and all the folks that they've got working with them now have been diligently working away. Forgive my finger there. And my phone is a little finicky trying to get the comments, but I will be able to get the comments up. I'm just going to have to practice tapping on that comment window so I can see you guys' comments and bring them up on screen. So let me just double check over here on this side so I'll know who to say hello to. And this is really exciting. So it was announced on the town hall. If you're not familiar with StreamYard, first of all, let me just give you a little bit of a background. StreamYard is a browser-based live streaming app that lets you go live on YouTube, as you see here, Facebook, Twitch, which is one of my favorites, and a whole bunch of other sites. But those are the three main ones that I recommend folks use. And I do want to say hello to Katie from Paul Tales and Marion. Hey, Del Blogger is here. Fraser Ramsey is here. And yes, it works on iOS and Android. Antoinette from Delaware Blogger is letting you guys know who are asking about this. Yes. And it is fully functioning. It's just that it's a little finicky here. I'm on the brand tab. If you ever remember seeing what the StreamYard interface looks like, down below, I have my mic and my camera, which I could turn back on and off. And I also have a more button that lets me post comments or change my layout or update any of my, let me see if I hit post comment. Will that get me over there? No, but you know what? I'm going to post a comment anyway, because I still have the power of my Stream Deck, which is sitting right next to me. And, all right. So I'm not going to type in there. Let me just try one more time. I hate that my finger is in front of the camera because of the way I flip my phone. Because, all right, let me give you a little bit more of a rundown before I even attempt. You have to use the Safari browser. Okay. So the Safari browser is what you have to open up when you're on your iPhone. Now, honestly, if you're on an Android phone, you really always could use StreamYard in Chrome. However, it didn't have all the bells and whistles, and it was a lot harder to actually see all of the different components of the interface. And the only problem that I'm having now is sometimes I have this problem with my iPhone anyway. Sometimes it doesn't want to recognize my touch. So let's see if I can get these comments open, because this is really important. Because oh, there you go. I finally got it. That's what I needed to do, was use my other finger. And so let me just put folks up on screen here. Okay, there's Kate. And does it work from Galaxy S10? Yes, it does. And then Marion is saying hi. And my girl Antoinette, who's a Delaware blogger, just read about this the other day. Do you have the paid version? Yes, I have the paid version. But I don't think you need the paid version in order to go live from your phone. This is rolled out to all users. Okay. Now, for those that don't know, if you have the free version, you will have the StreamYard logo up on the top right hand side. Everything's backwards, so I'm actually holding up my left hand. And you will have limits on how long you can go live. And also, if you want to do multi-streaming to different sites, you're also limited on how many you can do with that, with the free plan. But with the free plan, you can really get by, seriously, especially if you just want to do like one stream a week, or maybe if you keep your stream shorter, because it does go by the number of hours that you stream. And so if you want to keep them shorter so you don't go over your limit, you could stream every day if you want, 10, 15 minutes. In fact, I know that Antoinette has her podcast. And so, you know, if she's wondering if she could do it, then, I have a link that's going to give you access to the paid version as a trial. Okay, and let me put that link in the chat. And it's ILEANE.link/StreamYard. So I'm glad you asked that question, Antoinette. Thank you so very much. And I paid for the update. Totally worth it, in my opinion. Yeah. I love having the ability to, if I want to, I could be multi-streaming right now to Twitter as well as Facebook. But usually, especially when I come on live on YouTube, I just want it to be us. Okay. And I'm actually using an external microphone. I want to share that as one of the tips. I don't know if I'm going to try to show you guys the mic. I've shown it many, many times, but I'm using my Samsung Q2U microphone, and it plugs in via USB. Oh, and by the way, if anybody's wondering about the balloons, well, let me ask you, if you've been following along with all my shenanigans, you have any idea why I have balloons here? Type in the chat. Now, I know, oh, in fact, Studio Geek is here, and he knows why I had the balloons here. What phone are you using today? My iPhone 11 Pro Max. But I also have iPhone 8 Plus. I could have used that, and I have the 6 Plus. I wouldn't have bothered with the 6 Plus, though, because it's already, you know, that phone, when you first get the 6 Plus, it's amazing. And then when you get like the 11, you're like, oh, that phone is so slow. So I use it as a serious backup. Sometimes it's if I'm in another room and I want to listen to something, I'll use that. Okay, so let me see. Oh, I pressed too hard and I minimized this Safari for a minute there, y'all. I thought y'all lost me. The sound is great. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. And I see that it actually got dark on screen too. Ooh, so I got to watch that. Okay. Let me take that comment down. I use StreamYard every day on YouTube, and I'm thinking about upgrading from the free version. Thoughts? Especially if you want to start interview, you know what, Delaware blogger or Antoinette, you don't have to upgrade. It's only if you find yourself running out of time. And also, you can, with the paid version, you also can download your recordings, and you can download the audio and the video. So it could save you a little time and a couple steps there. So it will be more convenient. And also, if you ever wanted to, go ahead and go live on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube at the same time, because on the free plan, I think you're only limited to 2. But I know you're doing amazing things with your podcast. So I want everybody to follow Antoinette, because she does a really great podcast. Okay. And you may want to, you know what I would do? I would see if you have the ability to maybe make a little a couple dollars with it as well, because you do have the referral program. So start, sharing StreamYard with your audience, and then you'll get free months on it. Okay, that's the best way I think I can answer that for you, because you absolutely don't need it, but you want to have your own branding, you want to get rid of their logo and all that, then yeah. Even though the duck is super duper cute, and I want to say hey to my buddy Barb, I have yet to get to try it, but really looking forward to it. Yeah, it's good. It really is. The only thing that I want to let you guys know, if you're on iPhone, you have to use Safari. And I kind of thought that it would work that way, but I didn't hear anybody say that. And so I had already fired up Chrome, had already logged in and all that stuff. I got to take a sip. I'm not on Ecamm today, but I'm still representing. Wait, did anybody have any guesses about the balloons? Okay, Kate says celebrating. I don't know. Oh, the mic is the Samsung Q2U. And in fact, all of my gear, if you look in the description, you'll see links to all of my gear on my kit. And that's kit.co/Eileen. So I have a kit set up for my live streaming gear, for my podcasting gear, for the books that I recommend, softwares and things like that. So let me just put that link in the chat too. Now, theoretically, if you're going to be doing this, you're not going to be sitting at your computer. I just so happen to be. So I like to sit here. Okay, so I'll tell you guys about the balloons now. Okay, let's see if I got any more guesses. Oh, and I'll put my kit up on so it's kit.co, not com, .co/Eileen, ILEANE. All right, let's see if I got any. And Antoinette says, thank you. And did I get any more guesses about the balloons? And Antoinette says, the sound is great. I love this Samsung Q2U mic. And typically I'm on my ATR 2100. And they don't sell those anymore. They came out with another version of the ATR 2100X, they call it. And it has USB-C. Well, I have an older Mac, which doesn't have USB-C on it anyway. So I'll just stick with the older one. All right. So I don't think I got any more guesses about the balloons. Well, yesterday was Nicole's baby shower. Oh my goodness. We did a virtual baby shower. So, I had to coordinate the colors. So she had balloons that were white and silver, and Nicole, she loves unicorns. So they had some of the balloons had unicorns on them. And so I just so happened when I was in the market buying, I brought the gift cards to give away for the folks that, we had little games and things. And I saw these unicorn balloons. I was like, oh, perfect. Yes, thank you. And Antoinette says, congratulations. So she is due in August, for anybody who wants to know. So we had about 30 people there, and we used Zoom. So I'll tell you guys more about that later. So, all right. So let me tell you a little bit about this interface here, a StreamYard on mobile. I see my mic where I can turn off my mic if I wanted to. Oh, and by the way, does anyone want to join me on screen? There is a link that I created. However, I spelled the word join wrong. And I was running out of time. And I was like, you know what? It doesn't matter. I just need to tell you guys how I spelled it. So it's Eileen.link. If anybody wants to join me on camera, so that's JION. So it's J-on. And if you do, the thing about it, if you did want to join me on cam, what I would need to do is put in my earbuds. So just want to let you know that. And I don't know how that's going to work. since, this is my first time using it. Virtual baby shower. So exciting. It was, of course, my first time attending one and the first time ever hosting any kind of baby shower. You know what? That's not true. I did some at work, but at work, it's so easy when we were all working in the office. People pitch in everywhere at work. So everybody's like, what do you want me to do? You want me to help you put up decoration? You know what I mean? At work is super easy. You got the maintenance crew there to clean up and all that stuff. So you said yes. Now I'm not sure if that means yes, that you want to come in and join me. So you got that link if you want to join. Oh, there. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, I see that you are getting ready. Let's see who this is here. There's the stream.
Hey.
Hi, who's that?
So are you able to use Streamyard on your phone?
Yes. You know what? I'm hearing you through my phone. I don't need you. You know what? I might not have the. Hang on one second. I don't think I have the earbuds plugged in enough because I should be hearing you through my earbuds, but I'm not. Yes, I'm on my phone. I'm on my iPhone. And what's your name? What's your name, dear?
Duh.
Oh, okay. All right. So anyway, anybody else want to join on screen? Let me know. I'm looking over at the computer to see if I can see anything here about who that was. All right. Let's see who we've got here. Antoinette, yay.
How are you?
Hey, girl, how you doing?
I am blessed, girl. I'm blessed.
Oh, right. Oh, and Marion says, me, you want to join as well, Marion? Go ahead. And that link, I posted it. It's Eileen.link/JION because I spelled join wrong. When you're on your mobile device and you doing stuff at the last minute like I always do. But Antoinette, tell us about what inspired you to do this podcast so frequently. I mean, you always have podcasts, but.
Now you know, Miss Thang, my queen bee.
Hey.
Now you know, Miss Thang, my queen bee.
Oh, I'm hearing feedback. Who's that echo coming from? Am I able to mute anybody? Yeah, it's Marion. It's definitely on your end because I just muted you. And let's see who else is waiting. Somebody else is waiting in the wings. Hang on, Antoinette. Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a more. I clicked that on. Oh, okay. That wasn't that. Okay, yeah. All right, so go ahead, dear.
So we started on Anchor back in 2017, remember?
Yeah.
You introduced me to Anchor in 2017, and I have always loved it. And of course, as we progressed, with my blog and my speaking engagements and my books, and I'm still with Anchor, but I even spread out with other podcasts, but I never gave up on Anchor because Anchor is my anchor. I love Anchor. I love it. So now I use that. I've kind of switched up and I'm using that as my podcasting pointers platform for education and training. And then my other podcast is Blog Your Way to a Business Profit. So that's more, blogging. That's on the Blog Talk Radio, iHeartRadio. But you have always inspired me. And it's so funny because you're in Philly, I'm in Delaware. We've never gotten together. So maybe one day we will.
Yeah. As soon as this COVID stuff is over. And Marion, I unmuted you because I see you got your earbuds, so that took care of that. And Kate says that she loves my background bubbles. Yeah, I'm glad I picked that one today because it's matching our outfits. Hey, Marion.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, yes. I'm glad you got the earbuds.
Oh, yeah.
Are you on your phone too?
No, I'm on my computer.
Okay. Well, somehow that was bringing that
Yeah,
feedback in.
that was bad. I am so excited. Mobile is here. Woo!
Yeah. Now, you guys, it's so ironic that both of you, if you guys have never got introduced to each other, Antoinette, meet Marion, and you're both doing the same thing. You're going live every day.
That's right.
I don't know how you do it.
You know, I don't know about you, but you know what? When COVID hit, you remember I was actually doing a lot of workshops, in-person workshops and training. And then when COVID hit, my whole calendar got wiped away. And I said, you know, I can't just like sit and wallow. I've got to stay in front. And the great thing about this, Eileen, and I know you guys can attest to it, this is normal for us. Being online, sharing information. We have been doing this all day, every day. So you know, it's just great. So you know, as boomers, we're boomers. So we're gonna let the world know that we're better than the millennials. We made millennials.
That's right. Yeah.
So I love it. I love it.
Okay, so you do it is saying hey, and then he's also saying that he's at the Jersey Shore in Wildwood this weekend. Hope all is well.
Be
Yeah.
careful, be careful.
Okay, I didn't realize that. But that's right. I knew you lived somewhere in this area, but I didn't realize that you hang out at Wildwood when you go to the shore. And Miriam, tell us about your show.
Sure. So I am using Streamyard, doing live shows on YouTube and Facebook in a group. I use it in a group called Natural Curiosity. And the name of the shows are a little different depending on what day it is. So like on Mondays, we're doing work from home. So we're giving ideas on how people that have been laid off or who want a different job, you know, we can do all kinds of different things, side hustles or completely a different job or creating a business, that type of thing. And then the rest of the week, it's just whatever, you know, whoever I want on, lots of guests and sometimes no, but yes, but just curious about everybody and everything. I love it.
Okay, yeah, that is so cool. And on the weekends, you don't stream though, right?
That's right.
Well, I'm going to say hi to Giorgio. Hello, Giorgio. Thanks for stopping by. And so, are you going to test out this?
Oh, are you kidding? Yes.
I mean, on one of your shows this week, not just, you know, to test it out to see if it works.
If I have one where there's no guests, I will, because that's, you know, I you know, anything new, you got to kind of try it out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I will.
Yes, we always have to test these things.
Right. Test.
So you do it is letting me know directions to get to his summer home. Okay, so maybe Antoinette is coming back. Yes. Okay, because I'm not going to let any more strangers in.
No, I'm here. Something happened. There was a glitch. And
okay.
Okay, this is what happened. I saw the chat notification come up. So I went to click on the chat to read, and then I got locked out. Then I got bumped off.
So you're on your phone?
Yes, I'm on my phone. I can try. If you want me, I can try it from my laptop. If
Can
that's
you on your phone? Can you do me a favor and turn it sideways, because you're real narrow right now, and I just want to see if you turn your phone sideways if we can see it like Eileen is.
Okay.
Yeah, landscape. And I do believe that you can.
Oh yes, perfect.
There you go.
Perfect.
Right, so now I need
Much
to.
better.
I'm on a tripod, so I will. And the only thing about turning it this way is my eyes. I don't know where to put my eyes to the camera, so I'm not looking in the camera. So, Eileen, let me do this. I'm going to leave, and I'm going to come in from my laptop.
Okay, that's fine. Sure.
This is so fun, testing out new stuff. Woohoo!
I'm going to leave, and I'll come back. Bye-bye.
Okay. Yeah, so as I mentioned earlier, Gage and Dan from the founders of Streamyard, they announced this on their show on Sunday, But I had a busy week because, as I mentioned, with the balloons, I was planning that virtual baby shower. So I hadn't had any chance to do any live streaming or I did a little over on Twitch, but I hadn't had a chance to test this out. And I thought this would be a great time for us to take a look at it and put it through its paces. So a couple of things that I already noticed is, just to be careful, like where your fingers are. And like Antoinette is concerned with, like making sure that she's looking at the camera. Because I'm the host today, so sometimes, guys, I may not be looking at my camera because my camera, as you can tell, is over here because that's why my finger keeps getting in the way, which is also where all the comments are and where I can do the banners and the branding. So it's over on that side. Now I can use my other finger. You're still seeing it, but no, it's not as awkward as the one that's like right over top of the camera.
Yeah, people don't really want to see that, do they?
Yeah, right. But it's okay. I mean, it's not. I personally would not stream with it every time I go live.
Right. But now I have the ability, Eileen, to get out. Well, as soon as COVID lets me out. But now I have the opportunity to go and hang out with people on my phone. That I've been waiting for this, I'm telling you. But you're right, not every time, just on certain circumstances.
Now, there are some people that don't have a computer. And so they are going to want to just use this mobile streaming all the time. And so go for it, and just be mindful of what I just said. Now, if you're on an iPhone, you're going to have to use Safari. Now, I always use Chrome on my phone. So finding the Safari logo was like, that was a challenge for me in itself. Right. Like, what does it even look like? Oh, yeah, it's blue.
Yeah. When I have a guest on and they are using their phone, it is annoying for them, especially because if they get a call, it blanks them out for a minute. If they, accidentally try to answer a call, or I don't know what, you can tell it's a bummer for people to use their phone. So it's not going to be perfect.
A lot of folks will give their guests sort of a little checklist. Speaking of checklists, I do have a checklist for going live, but not for mobile. And I'll put a link for that.
Oh, now you have to have one for mobile.
Yeah. Well, something told me don't do your mobile until StreamYard comes out with mobile. And so I'm glad I waited because lo and behold, here they are with this, I have to integrate some of these things into my checklist. Mm-hmm. So, because that's my plan, to have a checklist for every live situation, whether it's Facebook, Twitch.
Do you have experience with guests coming on with their phone? Can they put it in like Airstream mode or airline mode or whatever they call that?
Airplane mode. That's what they should do.
And they can still be on?
Yes. But the thing is, I didn't do that. So let's just hope nobody calls. But the main person who calls me, which is my daughter, I talked to her for a long time. The whole recap of the, wait a minute, I have to Antoinette, but she's not, okay, wait a minute, hang on. So right now, Antoinette is setting up, but you don't have your camera on, Antoinette. So I don't know if that's, maybe I'm not tapping it right. Yep. I don't see that. I can't add you to the stream yet. So probably what's happening, because she's on desktop, is that she's got to give the okay to allow her mic and to allow her webcam, whatever webcam she's using. And for me, and I can't take a screenshot, I'm not going to risk taking a screenshot so you guys can see this later, because that could, I could hit the wrong button and then be out of here. But when you're getting ready to let a guest come on, it gives you different options, and then you actually can ban somebody, if you need to kick them out and all that stuff. But then there's also the, add to stream. Now, even though I could see Antoinette's a little square, it did not say add to stream. And I could see that the camera was turned off because it had the cross behind it. So it lets you know that there's a little technical difficulty there. And Whiskey Throttle's here, and he says, hello. Hello. I wonder what your YouTube channel is about.
Exactly. What's a whiskey throttle?
Sounds interesting.
It does. I want to find out more. Hey, can you tell what I'm doing right now? You caught me in the kitchen.
Is it dinner? Oh, yeah,
No. I'm preparing though.
Yes. Okay. And so Whiskey Throttle's laughing at us. Okay. So, all right. So now let's see. I think Antoinette. Oh, geez. I hit the wrong button. When you got fat fingers. Oh, no. That's the private chat. Okay.
So you have it so that you're the main person in the screen, and then anybody who comes in is just small on the side. So,
yeah.
So it looks like you have more controls, right, than you would think.
Sorry, bear with me.
No, it's okay. We're testing here.
Private chat is not a good thing to use because it's really, really hard to close it out. And I don't know why. And I noticed that before when I went into the private chat when we were doing the Antoinette was saying about the echo. And so she's saying she can't join now.
Huh.
Okay, now it comes up again. All right.
Now, are you allowed to share your screen when you're on the phone?
Antoinette was saying about the echo. And so she's saying she can't join. Okay, Internet, you gotta mute. Yeah, now it comes up again.
Now, are you allowed to share your screen when you're on the phone?
Okay, Antoinette. Antoinette was saying about the echo. And so she's saying she can't join. Okay, can you mute? Yeah, now it comes. Okay, I had to mute you, Antoinette, because we can hear your. We can hear. You can't hear me? But we can't hear. Oh, yeah, I got you on mute. Okay, hang on. Okay, I had to mute you, Antoinette, because we can hear your.
I can hear you.
Hear.
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can't hear me?
Yes, I can, but I heard a lot of background noise as well.
But
You still have us on YouTube.
Hang on.
That's what happened to me.
Okay, I had to mute you, Antoinette, because we can hear your. Okay, so sorry about this. It is because of the delay. Antoinette is hearing me after I've said so. I've had to put her on mute because I can hear what we're saying coming through her. And this is the same issue we had with you, Marion, when you first.
Yeah, put your earbud in and turn off your YouTube. That's right. Those are two things you need to put in your checklist, Eileen.
Yes, earbuds. You got to have earbuds. Okay, so it's okay. So let's before I answer you, let's just see what Whiskey Throttle said. It's either whiskey and a teacup for you, ladies, or riding and trying to stay in control of the motorbike. Oh wow!
Oh my God!
The throttle is out, I guess.
Vroom, vroom, vroom. Oh, here, hold on. Let me take a chip out of whiskey.
Now I'm not. Antoinette, you may have typed something in the private chat, but I'm not going to go back into the private chat because it's really hard for me to get in there, get back out of there. Okay. All right. So let's try
now. I'm going to listen from the sidelines.
Okay, dear. All right, because I'm going to try to answer your question about the different layouts and screen share and all, because I hadn't gone that far yet.
Okay. Thank you, Eileen. You're awesome.
All right. You're welcome, my dear. Okay, it looks like no, I cannot do any kind of screen sharing, which I'm not surprised about that. All right, let's see if I can get your unmuted. Let's see.
You're welcome.
Nope, we're still.
Okay, looks like no, I cannot.
I'm still hearing the YouTube video. So what you need is earbuds. I guess that's the thing. You got to have your earbuds. You must have your earbud. Yeah, your headphone. Yep. Try it. Because it's not letting me. All right, let's try it.
I guess that's the thing. You got to have your earbuds.
Can you hear me now?
You must
Yes,
have your headphone. Yep.
I can hear you, but I also can still hear the browser.
Because it's not letting me.
So that's not.
I guess that's the thing. You got to have your earbuds. Can you hear me now? You must have your headphone. Yep.
Yep.
I can hear you, but I also can still hear the browser.
So I'm not sure how it's connected on your end. Okay, Antoinette needs to find the tab playing in the background and mute it or shut it off. So Antoinette, do you have two tabs open? The video itself and the Streamyard interface? That's a possibility. I've definitely done that before. I remember once I was invited on the TubeBuddy channel, and because I'm a friend of TubeBuddy, and the very first thing I did was I got on there and I had my second tab open.
That's a possibility. I've definitely done that before.
Oh.
I remember once I was invited on the TubeBuddy channel.
Okay, I did have you muted. Okay. But anyway, so I appreciate you trying and hanging in there. And actually, you were fine on the phone. It was just that you were worried about where your camera was, but nobody else was worried about that except you. You were fine on the phone. You should go back to your phone. And you have to run such a game changer. Oh, sure. Thanks, Kate. Thanks for hanging in there. And I know you got pets to watch. So thank you for coming. All right. So yeah, this is cool. So yes. And there's a little bit of a delay also with the comments coming in. And I only know that because I saw that Risky Throttle had that comment there. And so she's playing your live in a separate area and it's there. Find it and mute the video. Yes. I realized that, and I think it was doing much better when she was on her phone. And okay, she realized. Oh, Kate with the super chat. Woo, woo. Thank you, Kate. I appreciate you, dear. That is so sweet. Thank you. And now Antoinette says, I realize what happened. Okay, good. Oh, let's see what the super chat looks like. Oh, it's the right color and everything. Okay. Thank you so much. That's Kate from Paul Tails Pet Sitting Service. And it was a $10 super chat. Thank you, dear. And I had joined you on your link, but also had my account open. Okay. So if you're ready to come back in, honey, come on back in. That's what we were trying to tell you. Because like I said, I've been there before. I've done the same thing. You just have that other tab or another window or another browser or whatever. You have the video playing and, sometimes you need to do that in order to, wait a minute, hang on, guys. I have to block somebody out. So we have a little moderation issue here. Okay. So we took care of that. And let's see, Antoinette is ready to come back in now. Okay. Stream. Okay.
No echo.
Yeah, see? That's what we were trying to tell you, that you had another tab open.
Okay, this is what happened. I went to my YouTube channel, and then, I get the notification that you're live. So if I'm in my YouTube channel, I get a notification that one of my subbies is live. If I click onto your live, I've got to get out of my YouTube channel. I've got to shut down my YouTube and go right to your browser, but they both open up at the same time. They're both open at the same time. So that was the problem. I was open and then you were open, and that's where all the reverb came from.
Okay, well, we're all good now. And so let's see what else here saying hi. All right, hello. And so, yeah, so this is really cool. All right, so I can use a different layout. So, and I don't really like this other layout. I just want people to see that we can do the zoomed in. I really like the one where we're more landscape. I prefer that one because it feels like I'm cut off or I'm closed in. But I know a lot of people who use StreamYard prefer the other one. I like this one, especially since you're on your desktop. You got that beautiful looking background going there. I see that when you do your YouTube video.
So you came from your smartphone. So say you started an interview and you wanted to interview someone, and if they could click in either from their smartphone or from their desktop. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Both. Yes.
Good.
So
this makes it more convenient if you're out and about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, if you're out and about, here's my warnings for you. You definitely want to test your internet speed before you do this, because if you're also going to be bringing in a guest, that's also going to be draining on resources. Okay. So you want to go to Google. You don't have to use speedtest.net. All you have to do is type in the word speed test, and Google will give you a link to test your speed. Just go to Google and type in speed test. Okay. And I've demoed this many times on this channel before, but I've never done a dedicated video for it. So I'll just go through the steps, and then it's going to check your internet speed. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that speed is at least 10 up, because you're going to get an upload and a download speed. Usually give you the download speed first. It's nice to have good download speed, but the download speed doesn't impact your live stream, because think of uploading. You're actually uploading information to the internet. So you got to have good upload speeds. Okay. So that number should be at least 10. Of course, it's great if it's better. Okay. But if you try this and you find that, I'm on mobile, the guest is on mobile, it's getting pixelated, their audio is getting funky, then that's when okay, I'm taxed and this is too much. Right. I need to get into a better location where the Wi-Fi is stronger. Okay. April said, which do you prefer, StreamYard or Ecamm Live? Okay, great question. And because I love both. And by the way, there's links for Ecamm Live and StreamYard in the description to this video. And those are my affiliate links. Ecamm Live is Mac only. So there's no mobile. You can't use it on mobile, and that's never going to happen. All right. So to answer your question, if you're going to go live on mobile, then you want to use StreamYard. Also, if you don't have a Mac, then you want to use StreamYard. But if you got a Mac and you got a good system, not one of those really, really old Macs, then I say get Ecamm Live, because Ecamm Live has something called virtual cam. I use it all the time. And you can still use the virtual cam inside of StreamYard and still bring your guests in the same way that you're used to with StreamYard. So I do it quite often. So I don't have to choose, and I don't think people should have to choose. But if you don't have a Mac, you don't have to choose either, because you just can't do it on Ecamm Live. Ecamm Live is really it's much more powerful than StreamYard, but StreamYard is more lightweight and more flexible. And with them adding these options like being able to go live from mobile, so it's great. Great question. So let's see. Is there a StreamYard app, or we have to access it via browser on the phone? Sound Bath Meditation Online. First of all these great channel names coming in here today, Antoinette. You hear this one? Don't you already want to go and run the bath water? We got to check you out, Sound Bath Meditation Online. And the answer is, if you're on your iPhone, you have to use Safari. If you're on your Android phone, you can use Chrome. There's no StreamYard app. There is no StreamYard app. Okay? And Gabriel says, got it. And she's laughing about us. And awesome. Thank you. Yeah. And actually, that was a question that I had, Sound Bath Meditation Online. I had the same question because I knew that StreamYard released this feature because they talked about it in their town hall. And by the way, anybody who is a fan or a friend of StreamYard, they do a live town hall every Sunday night, 9 p.m. my time, Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. And that's where they're talking to the community, answering questions, but also giving us their product releases. Okay. So they had announced it, but they did not say that we had to use Safari. They didn't actually come out and say that. I guess I thought we should have assumed it, because you could always bring in a guest on StreamYard. Even when you're on the desktop, you could always bring a guest in from mobile. But if that guest was on an iPhone, it had to be using Safari. So they probably just figured, well, you guys should know you got to use Safari, because that's just iPhone. That's not, StreamYard doesn't have a preference. That's just the iPhone system. Safari is really the only browser. The only real browser on your phone is Safari. The Chrome just makes it look like it's Chrome, but it's really Safari. But it restricts. Safari is the main thing that you can use now. They're coming out with a whole new line of Macs and iPhones and all that stuff. That may change, but right now that's the way it is. You have been following me since Blab. Well, what is your name, my dear? And Birdie Lynn is here. Oh, my goodness, Birdie Lynn. Why don't you join us on screen? Oh, let's see who this is. Okay, this Jaden person. Jaden, you were in here earlier, and I didn't like what you did, so I'm not letting you back in. Birdie Lynn, I made a typo when I created the link. So I'm going to type it in again if you want to join us on screen. And instead of spelling join, I typed it in as JION. But if you want to join us on screen, my dear Lauren, do that. And so anytime somebody mentions Blab, Marion always says, I'm Blab. And Antoinette used to be there, right?
No, I never did. You talked about it, but I just went some. Yeah, I just no. I blab enough in the real world. I don't need a blab in the virtual world.
Okay, so you started your live streaming on what, Periscope?
I'm live streaming. Well, now with StreamYard, but Facebook, Periscope, and sometimes IGTV. I'll go live on the gram.
The first time you started live
the first time was Periscope. Yes. And that was scary. I actually wrote a blog post about that. I don't know if it was being live or being live on Twitter. I think, but I still, that's the only platform that makes my heart palpitate. Periscope. It's the only, I don't know. There's something about Periscope that gets my heart beating fast. Everything else, I'm fine. But something about Twitter, don't know what it is. It's a mental thing.
It's a, and you know what? As much as they still try to hang on with the live streaming on Twitter, it's just it doesn't grow. And the quality of the people that come in to watch you is always suspect, and that could be one reason why, because a lot of times you get a lot of trolls.
Right. And have you tried the audio of Twitter yet?
Yeah, I haven't. In fact, I started to do my video today on that, but I changed my mind.
Okay.
We got another. Let's see. Hello, Mr. Throttle.
How you doing? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes. Are you Whiskey Throttle?
I hope so.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear about you and your channel.
Oh, I somebody talked me into doing something about whiskey because I collect whiskey.
Oh.
So when we're referring to whiskey, we're referring to all whiskey. Scotch whiskey, American whiskey, bourbon.
So how far back does your collection go?
As in age, or
yeah. Yes.
Well, it's hard for me now to find anything older than me. I was okay about 2 years ago. Now everything is and anything that's older than me is a lot more expensive than I usually want to spend. Right?
Okay.
The oldest I have now is a 50-year-old.
Wow.
Which is not from when I was born. I have one from when I was born, but it's only 42 years old, which is 10 years younger.
Oh.
But that's to do not with when they made it, it's when they bottled it.
Okay, gotcha.
You young ladies are probably still drinking wine.
I don't drink.
I stopped drinking over a decade ago. It's been so long. I don't even remember when it was.
And that's a good idea too.
You know,
you guys are probably trouble enough without drinking anything.
That's right. And guess what? I did enough drinking to last me a lifetime.
There you go. See, I don't, and I do not like getting drunk. So I mean, when you're spending money on whiskey, the prices. There's stuff you can buy for that if that's the kind of person you want to be or whatever. But
yeah, no, I was a connoisseur. It wasn't like all of that, getting inebriated and everything. It was just like, one day I said, you know what, I had enough.
Everything you see behind me is not open.
Right. We have a guy here in Delaware called the Beer Guy, Ray Christensen. He's been collecting beer for 50 plus years, and he has a room just like yours. It's just lined with the different types of beers, canned beers, bottled beers, and he's been collecting for, oh my God, 50 some odd years.
I do get guests on my show, Gabrielle.
Okay, let me read the question. Whiskey, do you have guests on your show? If so, who was your most recent guest?
I'm trying to remember now. I have to almost look. So one was a group of men that are local where I live that own a club, or they're actually representation. They represent a company called the Rare Drams. So they're independent bottlers. They make. So an independent bottler, as this is just one example. So they work for a company called Carnmore. Independent bottler is somebody that, it's like us, all three of us could go to a distillery and say we want to buy that barrel. We'll buy the entire barrel and we'll bottle it. We'll have our own brand name on it, and then we'll say that we can say that where it was distilled, right? But it depends. On some companies don't like to do that, right? So those guys were the Rare Drammers. I've interviewed a gentleman named George S. Grant, who is the grandson, 6th generation of a distillery in Scotland called Glenfarclas. Wow,
you got a lot of interesting stuff to talk about on that show.
But it's a little. I'm a little slow.
Oh,
I'm not like you ladies where I do it professionally. I have another job where it kind of gets in the way. So
well, I want to answer this question because this is important. This is coming from my friend Studio Geek 32. And he said he forgot to ask, how was the baby shower yesterday? And that's why the balloons here are from, we did a virtual baby shower for my daughter. And she was over the moon. She loved it. And it was a very unique experience doing a virtual. We use Zoom. Which
I
is
wish
not,
I wish I had bought shares in Zoom
Don't we all? Don't we all?
ever
Don't
since
we all?
COVID.
not my
I-
favorite platform, but it went well. It went really well. And, you know, she had people, she had her father and her father's girlfriend were there in person. And then there was like 30 people in it, not all at once, but maybe there would be 20. And then, you know, some people would come in and come out. And I love the fact that, you know, people didn't stop what they were doing. They were at the market or they were, you know, out taking a walk, and they were still able to enjoy in with the baby shower and you know, just experience the whole thing. So I love that. You know, I just, not that I wanted to try any other platforms out, because at this point everybody's kind of like used to Zoom.
I think it actually works the best. If you do, I was watching a video on how it came about. I forget which channel it was on, but they did a pretty good job. There's still people out there. I think the second next would be Skype, which has been around for years. But
I never liked Skype. So my daughter was, she already was doing in-person events, because my daughter, matter of fact, I didn't get a chance to say this yet, Nicole Purvey from Better Than Success. That's my daughter. So she has, oh wait, I have to put up Gabriel's comment. My mom is 87 and is now a regular Zoom user.
Wow. Go ahead, Mom.
So she has a weekly mastermind with her real estate league, and they always met in person, and, you know, and all that. But we all know what happened with all those in-person events. So she does it, and that's why she has the upgraded plan. So we actually used her Zoom account. I don't even have like the upgrade or anything like that. So we could have had more than 50 people in there if we wanted. We could have done breakout rooms and all of that, but we didn't even have to do that.
Oh,
It
Miss
is-
Eileen, let me ask you a question. Have you used the Facebook groups yet?
No, I
No,
haven't.
me either.
You mean the rooms?
Yeah, the
You
room.
mean
Yeah.
rooms. Nope, I haven't even.
We got to do one. Let's schedule one together to try it.
I take that back. Marion, who was here earlier,
Mhm.
the day that those messenger rooms launched, Marion and I, one of her co-hosts, Lady Lou, we got in, you know, we were in the room together, and that was the only time I ever did it.
Okay, I need to try it.
But, you know, I don't think there's much to it. It's not going to be robust, like, you know, switching layouts and things like that, and putting
Okay.
comments on screen. It's just really for just chatting with your friends.
Okay.
You know, any kind of mobile chat you can do. Like, for example, I have a group of friends, but we can't do FaceTime. We're in a group
Okay.
chat, right? Because like 3 of the folks in the group are on Android phones. Yeah, so we could do a messenger room, right? But guess what? Those same people that are on Android phones don't use Facebook. So there's that.
I don't care for the way Facebook works either, but I mean, they're all borrowing from different systems, right?
Uh-huh.
I think that's why I like Ecamm.
Oh, you're an Ecamm. Are you in the Ecamm groups? Any of the Facebook group? Oh, that's right. You just said you're not.
No, I have not done that. No.
Okay. All right. That's why we haven't connected before. So are you our subscriber here, or did you just happen to see I was live?
I subscribed.
Yeah.
That's how I saw that you were live, or otherwise I wouldn't have seen you were live, right?
Okay. Cool.
And I'm all the way up here in northern Canada.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
cool.
So
Well, if you're in North America.
I am. We're all American. I live in the United Provinces of America, and you live in the United States of America.
Right.
right? Everybody, I deal with a lot of engineers up here that come from the U.S. and we'll see.
Oh.
I'll test them by saying that I'm an American, and they go, "Well, we live in North America." I said, "Didn't they teach you in engineering school what the word 'of' was for?" And then we'll see if I get anything I want on the job from the engineer after.
Right? And Marion says, "Oh, nice and cool up there with ski."
It can be, yeah. Where I'm in Alberta, and I'm I don't know how many hours. I'd say I'm 10 hours from the U.S. border.
Oh, wow. Okay, you mean driving, right?
Yes, that's how we do everything up here. How far away? 5 hours, which means probably 500 kilometers.
Okay.
Right.
And Gabrielle says, "God bless him."
Oh, she's talking about my dad.
Oh.
I responded to her comment that her 87-year-old mom is using Zoom, and my dad's 92 and lives with my two sisters, take care of him, and he's been doing Zoom.
Okay, so we got to get back on topic because a question came in about what we're talking about here today, which is StreamYard and Black Star Sports TV. Hey, thank you for coming in. Your question, and where do you get the app? I don't see it in the Google Play Store. And so this is one of the reasons why I went live today, because I wanted to answer that question myself, even though I'm on iPhone. You do not need an app. You just open it up in Chrome, since you're on, you said the Play Store, so you're on an Android. Mm-hmm. But if you're on iPhone, you need to open it up in Safari. You just go to StreamYard just like you would on your desktop, StreamYard.com. So if anybody wants to test out StreamYard for the first time, the link is in the description below, but it's ILEANE.link/StreamYard, and you can get a trial. Let me put that link in there. And I see another question came in. Another good question. Hang on, guys. ILEANE.link/StreamYard, and you'll get a free trial so you could try out all the pro features if you're a new user. And also, let me put that up on the screen real quick. And question, Gabrielle, can you use Ecamm on Instagram? Well, here's the deal. Instagram has not rolled out an API for folks to go live on Instagram from desktop. However, there's all kinds of workarounds out there, and people do take advantage of them. I don't, and I don't endorse or suggest that you do, but there are solutions that you can use to go live from your desktop, and it would integrate with Ecamm. But because Instagram has not really said that it's okay to use those solutions, I don't want anybody getting their account banned and then blaming it on me. Well, I was following this tutorial I got from Miss Eileen. Nope, you didn't get it from me. It's out there, and people do it. So, but you're taking a risk. I think for the most part, they're not really shutting people down unless you do something wrong. You get reported, and then then that's when you get on their radar, right? You do something somebody don't like, and sometimes people report you just because they're haters. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Haters.
Yeah, Studio Geek knows what you're talking about, and I think I don't know the name of it. A guy I know so he's into using programs like Linux or Linux, pardon me, but I think it's something through gamers. Somehow they manipulate, like you said, the software or whatever. Yeah, I looked at it briefly, and I'm like, no. Plus, Instagram is owned by Facebook. So how they want, but there is another program out there, and I'm totally forgetting the name. I looked at it before I decided to subscribe to Ecamm that allows you to link more than one. I forget its name though.
Okay, well,
so you can go live on several.
Are you talking about Restream?
No, I don't recognize Restream. But
okay, well, like I said, I don't want to give them any airtime. I'm not. It's not that I feel like they're doing anything wrong. I just don't want anybody to risk It's not that serious, to be honest with you. It's actually easier to go live on mobile, as we can see, because this is what we're doing right now. So, you know,
That's what everyone's going toward. Like even
listen to this from Studio Geek. Don't do it because those apps are not even supported to be there. Thank you. And this is coming from a teenager.
yeah, he's smart. I watched him. He's a good kid.
Yeah,
Thank
because
you, Studio Geek.
yes, he knows to hang out because he's one of my peeps. And we always run into each other in all the live streams, all the live streams about live streaming. And I just hit, somehow my touch was just a little too, and I almost closed this out, but I really was just trying to get Gabrielle and Whiskey, you're laughing in the chat and as well as on screen. And Gabriel says,
He's telling on you.
No, you won't hear that from me.
Miss Eileen, use your stylus. Do you have a stylus? Maybe that might help
I
better.
don't have a stylus for the iPhone. They don't.
I'm gonna send you some of my pens with the.
Okay, yeah, that might work a lot. That might work a lot better because
We
especially
got fat fingers.
yeah,
I got fat fingers.
and I have been very tuned in to this concept of people putting their hands in front of the camera. Not so much on mobile, okay, but there's this trend on live streamers, and I'm not putting anybody down. I'm just not with this trend myself of making sure that you have autofocus. And these is mostly for people that have these DSLR cameras, and they want to be able to hold up a product or something, and they want the camera to focus, right? And so then it's focusing on their hand, and that's fine when you got a manicure.
Oh,
I just did mine last night. What do you think?
Okay, yeah, it looks good.
you mean I got to get a manicure now?
Yes.
They were looking raggedy, raggedy.
So
It
because of
lasts
this,
5 seconds.
I've got this heightened awareness to people with putting their fingers in for different reasons, though, not for what I was just explaining. But like I noticed some people, we all like to talk with our hands, right? And I saw someone and they were doing like a 1, 2, 3, and it was getting on my nerves. It was driving me nuts because they were holding up their fingers, and I'm like, that's rude. It looks like you're pointing at someone. And it's just my little pet peeve I'm going through. I'll get over it next month.
You will.
I'm gonna be thinking about
But
that.
if you're doing longer live streams, you would only use your phone if you did not have a laptop and a camera. Technically, I think a lot of the use of a cell phone is for instant short things that you might. Maybe I'm wrong, but
Oh, well, okay. That's a great point, but I'm going to answer that. But I'm going to try my best to pronounce this person's name correctly. And it looks like it's Chinatang Pine Channel. I hope I got it right. But she says, mega shout out to all. I love how she just came in here with a positive enthusiasm. Okay. And then Studio Geeks laughing at me, which we always laugh at each other. Okay. So now to your statement. We always have to remember that everybody doesn't have a computer.
that's right.
And I know it's tough for us to like put ourselves in that mindset because it's kind of like, I wouldn't even dream of not having a computer. But people just don't. Sometimes they don't have the means. Sometimes they just are in that mindset that, no, I should be able to do everything on my phone. Because really, you can get a computer for cheap. A lot of these phones cost more than some of these computers you can get out here, right? Because my friend Michael Daniels from the Tinkering with Tech show, he'll go live on his Chromebook and his Pixel books. I mean, these really inexpensive tablets, right? But some people just, for whatever reason, whether it's just their mindset, they think they can afford it, or they really can't afford it, they just don't have a computer.
That's
So yeah. Me personally, I feel challenged when I'm on my phone. Like, even though right now everything is going smooth, we all sound good, we all look good. But I just got a couple little things that is like kind of like bugging me. Like I said, like the finger. Like
Even without a manicure, I look good.
and Chinatang Pene channel says, have a blessed Sunday to all. Thank you, dear. And yes. Okay. So
On that point, I got a sunroof or window over my head, so I'm turning white. The clouds have moved. Brighter here.
I know a lot of times people talk about using natural light and all that, but sometimes that natural sunlight is not good when you're live because,
No.
And you know, people always think about where the sun moves, but actually the sun, it is moving, but really,
That's a good idea there.
it's Earth that's moving. People, I know we say sunrise and sunset, but no, really, it's the Earth.
It is the Earth that turns.
The sun is still there.
Eileen, I'm gonna pop out. Thank you so very much.
You,
And we'll connect. I'll send you a DM.
Okay, honey. Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye. Now, how do I leave? Let's see. I'm leaving.
Okay, bye. Okay, Marion said the sound is a bit choppy. FYI. Thank you, Marion, for letting me know that. And Giorgio, Eileen, how do you put info and links at the bottom of YouTube, please? In my description, I just typed it in. When you go live on StreamYard, okay, here's a tip. Because StreamYard, you can go live from the browser. And when you set up a live stream, you can do all of that on desktop. But you can also do it on mobile. You can just copy and paste it from a Notes app or something like that with the links. Now, one thing that some people forget is in order for your link to work in YouTube, in the description, it has to have the HTTPS in front of it. You can't put www or any other combination. It will not hyperlink. It has to have the HTTPS. So I hope that answers your question because, oops, here we go with my finger again. And I hope I don't do the finger thing that Eileen didn't like because I just got a new Sony camera. Well, yeah, you might. Did you get the latest model of Sony, of Studio Geek? What model number did you get? Not sure if it was the phone or not. Yeah, I'm not sure either. And I'm surprised. Honestly, I thought I was going to need my earbuds in order to hear, because usually when I use that Samsung Q2U mic, but somehow StreamYard is sending that sound out and I'm hearing it right from the phone. I didn't need to use my earbuds, which I was pretty surprised about. How to save the broadcast to YouTube. YouTube automatically, if you go live on YouTube, it automatically saves it. Question from Gabrielle. Does StreamYard provide a space where you can experiment before going live? Well, yes and no. Actually, every platform provides a space. All you need to do. Oh, no. I take that back. There's two answers to that question.
Yeah.
The first answer is yes. You can fire up StreamYard. You can bring on a guest and all that and never hit that go live button. You can even, beg your pardon?
No, I'm biting my tongue so I don't talk over you, but I was going to say the same thing. You just don't hit live. Just don't go live.
Yes.
I've had to do that with several other people because you get a guest on that's never done anything, and maybe I'm using the computer and they're only using their phone, right? And so you have to prep them ahead of time and let them see what it's like. Otherwise, you would have a bad. I mean, most of my videos are terrible. I've only been doing this very little for a year or two, right? But I'm learning from people like you.
Yay! Okay, so now I'm going to put that question back up because there's a second part to that question. Besides the fact that StreamYard does give you that ability to test things and all that, but what you really want to test is actually going live, but you can go live privately. You can do a private live stream on YouTube, not unlisted, okay? private, because believe it or not, people can find your unlisted video, and your subscribers sometimes even get notified when you go unlisted. Just trust me, it happened because I've done it before. So private, and you also can do a private live stream on Facebook. Okay? Can't really privately live stream on Twitch, which is my other platform that I recommend and use and always talk about. And you can't do it privately on Twitter either. Okay, and Studio Geek is the gear guru here. He got the Sony a6100, and he got a good deal. It's usually $800, but on B&H, it was selling for $500. You go, Studio Geek.
I should ask Studio Geek a question.
Go ahead.
I need to step up my game, and I have an old T3i Canon, and I think I just want to go to the T7i. The T8i just came out, but I don't think there's enough change to make it worthwhile. And I don't want to have to change my lenses. That's why I want to stick with the Canon.
Ah.
And I think that Canon now has added, you just go on their website and find it, and it automatically, through the USB, you can use it as a DSLR now. Am I right? They did something new recently.
You mean Ecamm?
Ecamm, yes, you can use your camera with Ecamm now.
Right, with just plugging it in via USB. Not for anything else, only with Ecamm.
Right, but the Canon has changed something in their
Well,
camera
Canon
software.
Introduce the utility. They have a app now, but I've heard that it conflicts with Ecamm. So if you're already using Ecamm, don't install that Canon app. But
Okay,
Ecamm,
just use the Ecamm
right.
software. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's causing major conflicts, and people are saying that the app is buggy and all that stuff. Because see, I'm on Facebook, and there's a wonderful Facebook group from the Ecamm Live folks. But you can also find all that stuff on their help section if you go into their knowledge base on the website.
Yep.
And then Studio Geek said he is right.
Thank you, Studio Geek. I didn't want to say I was right. It's better when you say it.
And also he says yes, but it's lower quality. Which kind of defeats the purpose of using your Canon. You might as well use the webcam.
Well, what he's saying, I think he's referring to the TCI. Will be a little bit lower quality than the new T8i. The T7i is lower than a T8.
Oh, no, that's well, I might be wrong, but what I was thinking is that when you use the USB with any of the Canon cameras, it's lower quality versus using the capture card. That's what I've been hearing. I don't have a Canon. It's just what I've been hearing. So I'm not sure which one. But here we go. Here it is. Canon T3i can work with Ecamm, if that's what your original question is.
I know, but I don't think it picks up the same way. But and I need to get a battery that keeps it running consistently. But I think with the new program, it'll power it through the USB. But I don't think on the T3i. We'll find out from the Studio Geek. I think he's listening.
Okay. So, do you ever use webcam?
I have one right now. We're using a Logitech, not the newest one, just the year older or whatever.
922 or 920?
Yeah, the 920. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I used that for years. I'm using a Brio now, but I love that 922.
Is there much difference between the Brio and this?
Just a little. Nothing for you to worry about. The 920 is fine.
Yeah.
I just wanted another webcam just because I can. What the heck?
Yeah, I get it.
The
It's the same with the whiskey in the back here.
Right.
You don't need no more whiskey, but I want it though.
I collect gadgets, not cameras though. One day I'm going to grow up and start collecting cameras. DSLRs.
It's very interesting, and it's Eileen. I'm saying it the right way.
Yes, Eileen.
Yeah.
I am.
Like if I drink too much, I lean on the wall, or I lean on the wall car.
Yes.
But it's interesting that a lady is a gadget collector, because it's not very often that you see that, right? Nothing, right?
Eileen, you are correct. Any camera connected through USB experiences a quality loss. HDMI is the way to keep the quality. Thank you, Francois Graphics.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining the stream today as well. Appreciate you. Okay. Yeah. So this has been a fun experiment.
Yeah. Thanks for experimenting with a guy with a crazy name like Whiskey Throttle.
Hey, the good thing is I did get to see a preview of you before I let you come on.
Yeah.
So that's a point in StreamYard's favor. Glad to be here first time. Okay, well, be sure to subscribe. We say around here 2 taps. 2 taps. If you're a subscriber, 1 tap to like this, give this video a thumbs up. And the other tap is to share it out. Now, if you're new, 2 taps, 1 to subscribe, and the other one to turn on the notification bell. Now, because what happens is you hear YouTubers all the time talk about smash that like button. I don't want you smashing your phone. Our phones are precious. We love our phones. Don't smash it. Just tap it gently and lovingly. And make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. And Canon just made a software that you can use the Canon with USB, but it's 480p and lower quality. Ecamm has a better quality signal through USB than the new software. That's the software that I was talking about. So thank you, Studio Geek.
Okay, that's good.
Thank you so much, Eileen. Thank you. And Marion said thank you too. Oh, thank you.
Can you do this on StreamYard like you can on Ecamm with the comments? You can have it, you can program or put in how long you want the comment to stay up on Ecamm. Can you do it on StreamYard?
No.
No? Okay. I've used both, but I never played with StreamYard as much as I did with Ecamm.
Oh, StreamYard, once you put that comment up there, it will stay up there
Until you take it off.
Sometimes you get distracted and you start talking about a different topic and that old comment is still sitting there. And so, yeah.
I like that. I like that about Ecamm. And I like the fact that you can choose how long to leave it up.
How long do you have your set for?
I think the last time I used it, maybe 30 seconds.
Okay. Mine's a little quicker. I have mine set like 12 seconds.
Okay.
But I'm still tweaking. That's why I asked. I'm still playing around with that. Because if it depends upon, like if it's a longer comment like the one that Studio Geek made earlier, sometimes 12 seconds is not enough time for me to read the whole thing.
That's right.
So
you can change it automatically on your own too, manually, right? If you wanted to change the comment before.
Well, your preferences on Ecamm. You could change it on the fly. Though.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yes.
Okay. Good to know.
And you can buy a power adapter for under $20 to have unlimited power.
That's for the Canon camera. You just it goes into the battery slot and then you just plug it into the wall.
Yep.
Oh, good to know. And I don't think I can get it for $20 here in Canada.
Oh.
It'll be a little more, and it depends if you're buying an aftermarket one or OEM. Canon charges more.
I bet you're right about that. Okay, so let's just try to do a quick recap. StreamYard, no matter what level plan you're on, has introduced the ability to go live from your mobile, even if you're on an iPhone or an Android phone. You do not need an app. If you're on an iPhone, you have to go to StreamYard in Safari, and you can use Chrome if you're on Android. And Francois says, sorry for being late to the party, but I was wondering how reliable is the mobile version of hosting with StreamYard? Sorry if you've already answered this. Well, Francois, this is my very first time using it, and I've been streaming for an hour and 23 minutes. So I would say that it's very stable, and we've had a little audio glitches, and I'm not going to blame them on StreamYard. It could be, different guests had different audio setups and all that stuff. And so we had an issue we had to work out where we had some, a browser playing in the background and all that stuff. And then we've been working through all this stuff. So next time I'll be more prepared and to get my guests all up to speed with what they need to do before they come on. And it matters whether they're on their phone or on desktop and all that. So yeah. So I would, yes. Okay.
So Studio Geek, I subscribe to Studio Geek. I don't know, maybe he has a video posted about it already, but if he wants to link it, yeah, that would be great.
Post a link to the power adapter. Oh yeah. I think you could post in the chat, Studio Geek, because you're a moderator. So go ahead and post your link.
Oops. One of his videos started. Just making sure, yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm subscribed now, but I know I watched one of your videos because I think it had to do with the new camera.
okay. Yeah. So also the other thing that I want to caution you guys about when you're using the StreamYard on mobile is to just be aware of your hands and having your fingers in front of the camera when you're pinning comments and so forth. Just be aware of it and, try to minimize it, or having your hand in your finger, the palm of your hand really in front of the camera. You got to be very cautious of that. And also, I feel it's very stable. Make sure you have good Wi-Fi. Test your Wi-Fi. Remember, I told you, you go to Google and type in speed test. You do not need to go to speedtest.net. You just go to Google and type in the words speed test, and you'll see a little blue button to run the speed test. And there's the link there. Great. Thank you so much, Studio Geek. You are awesome.
And your speed check thing is a very good advice. I switched probably 6 months ago to fiber optics, which I was with a company that I don't know how many years, and the other company came by and they've been running fiber optics in our neighborhoods, and it's a guaranteed 720 upload and download with the fiber optics.
Wow.
Which is way more than I need for what I do. But
yeah, and you've been very stable this whole time you've been on the stream with me today. Yeah. And really quickly, before we finish with the recap, tell everybody, like, when do you go live, or do you upload videos? What's the deal with your channel?
I do lives. I've never uploaded a video yet, and they're kind of random. So okay. I'm still learning from people like you and guys like Studio Geek, etc.
Okay.
And I've got to work on a few things. So people have a difficulty because Whiskey Throttle, when you type it in, will show you a whole bunch of dirt bike videos of guys losing it on a dirt bike. That's where the term comes from. I own 5 different motorcycles. None of them are dirt bikes. And I collect whiskey, so that's why I kind of did it together. But I am slowly learning how to apply all the stuff that you talk about with TubeBuddy, and I just don't do it consistently enough. But I appreciate you asking, and we'll get our game together.
Yeah, when you have a full-time job, hey, I get it. And so here we go. Studio Geek says he has that power adapter, and Francois says, whoa, I read that upload speed for my church stream and other stuff. Oh, you need that for you. Yes, you need that. And, especially for us who are going to use mobile, we're going to use StreamYard mobile. It's really important. But also, if you're on your desktop, it's good for you to know and the upload speed is the important number. It's nice to have good download speed, but remember, when you're streaming, you are sending data up to the internet. So you want to have at least 10 Mbps, but don't worry about that part. Just wanted to see that number 10 or more. The more you have, the better. And Bertie Lynn said, yes, working on it. Thank you, Lauren. And I also got stars from Bertie Lynn. And I hope everybody got a chance to thumbs up this video. If you have any further questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. And we're going to sign off now. So thanks so much for joining Whiskey Throttle.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So you go ahead, and I'm just going to close out.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. And
All right.
enjoyed learning and listening.
It was great meeting you.
Thank you. Same here.
All right. Okay, guys. So this has been a wonderful stream. I love StreamYard. I love that it's so flexible and so easy for us to go live. We can invite guests in. We've had 3 guests here. I want to thank Marion LaSalle. I want to thank Antoinette, who is also the Delaware blogger, and then Mr. Whiskey, who is also Whiskey Throttle. And thank you so much, Beauty Bubble. It's so great to see you here, and I'm glad you were able to watch. And also, is StreamYard mobile new? Yes, it's new. And really quickly, because Librarian Radio and Television Network, it seems, just got here. You don't need an app. You just open up StreamYard in your browser. If you're on Android phone, you will do it in Chrome. If you're on an iPhone, you will do it in Safari. Just if you already have a StreamYard account, just go ahead and log in. If you don't have a StreamYard account, check out the links in the description below. Check out the doobly-doo to see what I diddly did down there with all the resources and things for you guys to have great live streams. And we'll talk more about StreamYard. I have a whole entire series here, and I'm going to put videos up on the screen here as a end card, because I have an entire series called Learn to Live Stream with Miss Eileen. And with that, I'm going to sign off. And as always, I say, stay beautiful.